I love what Neville says. He says the only thing you do have to sacrifice or give up is the former version of yourself, okay, or the former inner conversation that you've been having with yourself, okay, that self-talk. Okay, when we start to let go of the old self-talk, the old version of us, and it's not like completely throwing the old version of us in the bin, because we've learned experiences, who we are today, everything that we've experienced up until now has brought us to where we are today. Okay, but in order for us to embody this new version of ourselves, the goal that you've just written down, the thing that you desire, you have to welcome new thoughts. You have to welcome new ideas. You have to welcome new inner self-talk. You have to welcome a new perception of the world and a new perception of yourself. Okay, and so we want to let go of the old perception of ourselves. We want to let go of the old inner self-talk, the old inner self-talk with regard to money. If you have a financial goal, okay, if you want to multiply your income, you'll be, when that goal's achieved, you would be thinking differently about money, right? So now you ask yourself, well, how would I be thinking if I was earning X? Okay, if you want to have a loving relationship, if you were in that loving relationship, how would you be thinking now that you're in that loving relationship? We have to tap into that frequency. Okay, the frequency of thought of what it's like to be that person. Okay, and when you go to move, okay, because we have thoughts, we have feelings. Okay, when you tap into the thoughts, it's going to help you feel a certain way. And then the feelings, we also have actions. Okay, when we start to really internalize something, where we move into the vibration where we just want to act. Okay, like our body follows. Okay, but when we go to act, we can come up against this wall of discomfort. Okay, and this is where we were talking about decision earlier on. And Yvette was asking, how do you intensify the decision? And we were saying through action, right? And it made me think, as I was writing the goal down, I was thinking of the cold showers, okay, and the ice bath and things like that. I've learned so much through that experience, okay, because that requires you to make a decision. If you're going to step into a bath full of ice, you have to make a decision to go in there, okay? And everything inside you just does not want to go in there. I'll speak for myself. Everything inside me didn't want to go in there, okay? It's just not natural. I want to have warm showers. I want to have warm baths, not cold ones, okay? But I had to make a decision that I was stepping in there. Once I made a decision, I could let go and I could go in. Same thing happens when I have a cold shower. Like this morning, I put the timer on and I set how many minutes I want, and I give myself an extra like 10 to 15 seconds for thinking time to just get in there, right? And turning the water on. But every time I turn that water on, I'm like, I don't want to do it. Okay, naturally I don't want to do it, but that time is ticking down, decision's made, I'm stepping in there. And that teaches me, even if I'm uncomfortable, I'll still step into it. And if anyone would love to get better at embodying and deciding and then moving into action right away without overthinking it, have cold showers. Because that will teach you that process that you go through when you're going to step out and do something that is uncomfortable, and what goes on in your mind. And when you do go in the shower and you have a bit of a shock, okay, but then you settle down, like you calm down into it, okay, you relax into the cold shower, and then you realize, okay, it's not that bad, and then you adapt to it, okay? Well, that process of adapting to that new condition is exactly the same as becoming that person. It can be uncomfortable at the beginning when you're starting to step out and be this person, because it's a foreign vibration. There's new conditions, there's new thoughts that you're adapting to. Okay, it's not natural to you to be this person right now. Okay, it's the same with the cold shower. And so, but when you're adapting, you'll settle into it. I'm talking about being that person, and then it's going to become more natural to you, and it's going to become easier to be that person. It's going to get easier to make bigger decisions.